proper attire. So we gotta get lined up. We got raised by the stepfather, the United States Air Force Jet Engine Mechanic and Phyllis Poser. Was it Phyllis or something? Poser or Phyllis Poser? I mean, close enough. I mean, what happened? Right? So we said that Jesus Christ said, if you believe on me, you would live. Now what's living? The key word there is living. He will save your life if you believe on me. Let's think about that. I mean, I know it's the truth. I would think we imagine. I mean, when you're talking to like an engineer or a politician, you're imagining what they're saying. Rumor starts. You know what I'm saying? That they close your eyes to it. Is that the thing? We're still checking whether we're going to let Jesus Christ in the kingdom. We'll come to your country, we'll get all our people. We'll hold up on that car wash, we're going too far. Did you ask them? Or, I mean, is it an ongoing thing? Right? I mean, if you believe on me, you will live. All right, let's live. Do I know what you mean? Is it Jewish or is it Hebrew? I heard about this ongoing problem. Right. Are you looking for a couple of workers? How much would they get? All $75,000? If he would fall for it, well, probably nothing. And then you still lose a personal domicile, So if you believe on me, you will live, he says. Do you know what I'm talking about? Probably not, right? You never had it. What are you talking about? It's a swear word. You never hear the translation? If he takes it apart, he said, as the book goes on, he keeps backpedaling and correcting himself. Eventually, we have to make a Hollywood movie. Got Crusoe, let him live in exile. We want you to go over here, two can play that game, we'll get you a nice house, no toilets, no sink, go get a job, no? Well, see, it was abracadabras, you get the toilets, and I said, hey, check that off, it's not magician. You know what I'm saying? This is a carnival, the U.S. military, this is a carnival. Weapons made. We didn't make the team. Our brains simply right, you know what I'm saying? Oh, see how I look. Do I look like we got the, we're a little bushy in the brows. Right. So if you believe on me, you will live. Believe? I thought you said faith. Would you find faith on earth until the end? Will you? Well, we go about 1,000 crimes, DNA, RNA sample, we're going to study that. When you're done, did you ever do a web search? Eat your own damnation, just bones. Some people got honeycomb, they got the, DNA, all that, what do you call it, the honeycomb, is it bees? I forget what. Not too many, you got your DNA and RNA, you'll possibly be born again. Boo, and not to have a cross reference. Well, that's this area. Nobody talks to me, so young people, they're looking for a leader. Just to throw them in the street, rip them off. All the false accusation included, you know what I'm saying? So, you go figure, you know what I mean? If you believe in you will live, right? I heard you. And he will lose his life, will save him. So some sort of war thing here. Right, it was what do you call it there? The 1,095-year war. Was it 95 or 92 years? I mean, then the separation of church and state, right? what was it, about 1200 AD? You don't have any idea what I'm talking about now. We didn't know either. Rock out like you believe in Jesus Christ, not that I know of. How much does it cost? Hey, we got no money. You know, right? We'll go ahead and church and throw a basketball for everybody dive out of money. Who's to say? You know. They want. I mean, when you're a kid, you want to live. I mean, who wants to die? You want to try and preserve your life. I don't see why. We got to check it. You know, for science research. You know, what about after you're 54? Do you want to die? I mean, you just sit there and snap at that. Well, it says right here. You look and check me out in this. You know, read between the lines. I mean, you heard it all before. Well, I don't know. It says right here. I mean, do you want to know? Or do you want to be your feelings hurt? I mean, there's an answer to this. I know the whole thing. He didn't mean what you know. You imagine something. I mean, when I talked to my engineer brother, he's about 15 years younger. Like, I mean, I think I know what you mean. That's me, but you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the DBA and weapons. You can't do. You know, I mean, DBA weapons can do that, but we can't do that in the military. You know, this right here. You know. So what could it be though? What did he mean? I mean, if you did you want to do it right for the county I work in, Suffolk County, Long Island, it used to be Atlantis. I mean, you just I don't be told. I don't be told what to do. Do you want to be told what to do? You know, there's colleges a good 40 grand a pop. I think a semester is it? What your father's not paying for it? Then who's paying for it? Do we have a computer? You type in and you print this, go print yourself a check from your local county. Your sheriff kick your rent. That's it. Who says that Jesus right? It says right here. You want to do it yourself, or I mean, you want to have your first next thought, the new thought. You know what I mean? Or do you want somebody to sit in front of you, tell you the answer? You know. In other words, he's going in straight. Or you want to do it yourself. What was the guy told? We're going straight. You have we're going to give him 10% per paycheck. Get the tie-in. I mean, especially if they get it. Look at my eyes blinking. I don't want to say this. I don't know. Just try to speed, huh? I mean, let's think about it. Do we have time? No, we can't save it. Well, that's it. Throw it away. Like this, you know. I got a trick on the mixer lady, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm going to tell you? The answer. I don't know. I'm not from the air. I mean, we go back. I was raised as a circus clown. I'm sorry. It's a 7-year-old orphan. You know what I mean? Russi said, Lieutenant Russi, you don't live with Phil and Michael, no? All right, no. Then once that, then I got to offer the check $2,450 from Florida. I mean, you know. Then he comes up over there, he ripped the guy's military pay. That's supposed to be that way, you know. Go steal something. There's a right way to steal, there's a wrong way to steal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you steal a paycheck, what do you do about it? You're thinking, I mean, this is ongoing business at school. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I mean, do you want a school? Well, not that I know of. Or do you, I mean, you want to sit down and get an answer? Go change to page 386. What do you listen to me for? I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, I mean, you see how it is? If in the next thought, what's the next thought? I don't know what you're thinking. That's what I'm saying. The problem is Christ. You know, you get the, pardon me. This way he gets erased. You know, I hope you don't think it's me doing that. Some kid stole, I mean, you know, he paid $325 for me. You know, really. But, you know, in exchange, that's $325 million. I would show you, but you're not allowed to. You got no memory left with the D&E. And we got to put the full list over there. I don't think so. You erase all my videos with your cursing. I know that. You know, I gotta help the guy out. I gotta help Christ out. You're gonna help Christ out here? I would think, somebody, you make it, first of all, they told me already, is this way here, just like this, I mean, here you go, Michael. Is it Michael now? Is that Michael? It was this United Fund. It was about 144,000 in me. You're all dead. Well, I would think you're trying to make me feel, what was this, like psychiatric book? The truth is, it was a mental illness thing? Well, so you destroyed all the leadership, is that it? By talking. So, by thinking? How can that be? You have one good thought, but God gets blamed for the whole thing. He does, he does a good deal. Look at what I do. And we're going to blame you for it. If he can convince you, you're going to get on the whole service, join the whole service, the DOD, galactic man. Jesus Christ. Right. Well, let's get one answer. You get we get the bulimic pressure going. This way you feel good about yourself. Pissed off throwing the pillows around the house. Smack them in the face with the pillows. You got to pay some money into the treasury. This way you get a check. As if they want to give it to you. It's just a trick thing, like the Bible, the government laws. If you do this, you get the money. Did you read the fine print? It's not that you're wrong. You're hard made in. You don't use a professional. Did you get the check? Well, that's it. Did you pay the tax? I guarantee you paid. Might be 1,000 people. Maybe they have to throw 10 in the street. You got the professional, not that easy. You know what I'm saying? We'll give it 1 year's work. You know what I mean? Thanks for the taxes. Bait it. Bait it. No matter wrong or right. I forget the song. You got to bait it. Maybe that's it. Unless I'm wrong, I like the. I can't hear the lyrics. Do you hear the lyrics? I'm from a different part of Canada. So when people talk, I got hit in my head. I went to my retirement. I bought the thing since I'm 19 years old. I paid twice for it. I just paid. There's a neutral fund, right? Okay. So if you believe on me, you won't live. How would that be the case? Well, you're going to start backpedaling then, or you're going to apply the pressure. Did you think things through? You see what I'm saying? Right. And he will lose his life. We'll live. We try to take over. It was a good idea. Did you? And then what? We get that bulimic pressure, get very good pissed off until I drop the answer, and you get back. You get a red face yet, no? This way, next time, we get good pissed off. You see what I'm saying? Look at how fat my nose looks at this thing. That's what I had to tell me. You got a big nose. I don't know what to tell you. We can't use you. We got to act it. So I went back. They take me to the house. I go back to my house. All boarded up and all $8,000 worth of equipment. I did call the guys. You can't have a studio. So I do it. Have my personally in the house, and the kid picks it up, and then in 6 months we'll have a half-hour show on because you can't fucking crash. You just what I mean. I enjoy sitting there. That's our beauty. It's the complete opposite of I said. Cause the kind. It's not my brand, you know what I mean? I have to we gotta rent this place over here. 24 months rental, 800 a month. I'm not trying to press you, I'm just trying to tell you, you're gonna go to the glorified city. We got here, you stupid idiots, what else to ask for? Where's the wallet? You know what I mean? Right from the get-go. You gotta get clubbed in the head being a Coleman to see all the monitors and stuff and the windows. It's beautiful. It's well worth the money. But I'm gonna tell you, what a being, a miserable being. So you would figure, I see what it is. That's what it is. I gotta go on the Google Hangouts, right? No, you're not allowed to broadcast. You can't. I just want to test and see if it works. There's no broadcasting. We're going to use the phone? No. We're going to have a... No, we're just trying to make money. Was it handful? With that done, you're going to collect all the assets and put it in your back tax man? Yeah, of course. Now, how did I make money on him? I don't know. It was $2.54 for gasoline. Well, as far as I know, it was a $9 or $13. Yeah, you had to get him in the council for you going to work in that. I mean, that's a working area. There's no public support money. You just pay the tax. You don't get that. You know, what I mean? That's not yours. You know, we got up to 51. I mean, it's a little bit, a little steep. No. So he says here. Do you know what I'm talking about? No, right? Yeah. It was 6,000 years after you died. Resurrection is going to have a resurrection. So supposedly the Wisconsin doctors can fix all this. I would say no. You're trying. I mean, we get the brochure already. I mean, where am I? I have no idea. Close enough? No. I don't see if I remember what he said. I'm stalling. When you see me do this, like, I'm stalling. Like, I did, your brain don't work. I can't hear. My eyes don't work right. So what do you say? Do you know? He will believe on me, will live. That's right. He will save his life, will lose it. He will lose his life, will save it. So what's so hard about that? So I didn't tell you right. I said in Genesis 9, you kill your brother. Well, Steve, no. Was it a temptation, maybe? Was it a temptation? Were you allowed to tempt? Or no, trial, maybe? Don't eat the fruit. Were you trying me? Or not to eat the poison one? It says right here, Ezekiel 31. And read between the lines. You check me out on this. Is that the going thing? Right? Oh, I see what I could do. His head won't work with no memory here. You don't see where I was thought. Well, see what I'm saying? He will lose life or live. Who, yourself? You go first now, maybe? That's what I mean. You know how to go kick his. How about do it yourself? You're looking to go. I'm not looking to go to prison. Oh, you're not an expert? Or you don't know the police department? You know what I mean? Everybody's got. They don't want the college. We'll sit down, write down the answer. See if you remember it in a week. You'll have a test. Yeah. Who's paying for it? I know. Did I work 18 years? Well, we're going to tell you. There is none. Why? It's never been made before. What are you talking about? There's no answer. You're allowed to do that anymore. What? You get fucking rid of us. That's why, motherfucker. What are you motherfucking talking about? Don't you try to start a business? You're not allowed to. Right. The bus, here comes the carbon, there's a corner here, here comes the carbon monoxide all over the floor. There's sawdust. NASA, I'm not allowed to do that, not to say NASA. Scratch that off your list. It's a teaching video, maybe. You're trying to slide that in there, what's this guy? You ready? You want the video or not? Do you know what you're doing? When you put the 10 in my house, it's hysterical. It's the complete opposite I said. You're pissed, but we're in front of them. Maybe they talk backwards at that. I know that from traveling. So he says, if you lose your life, you will live. Now, what's the rest? Before I get involved, if you lose your life, was it like a raccoon with a squirrel in the corner? You got you're blessed, yeah. You know what I mean? You gotta prepare to meet. You gotta pluck the hairs out. What'd you think he meant? He said he was flesh and blood to float away, right? So what do you call it, carnivores? Maybe we were funded. It's not like I remember. I got hit in the head. I gotta have excuse. The size of my nose. How's the size of your nose? Oh, you got a petite nose. You get enough air? Yeah. It looks big over here. I'll change this around like this and now. No way around where you're picking your nose. We'll see. I just, that's not the way I work. It's a parable. It says right here, no parables in the book. What did you do? Put that? You edited the book? You put that in just to trip the guy out? You had no sin. What do you have, $6? They had 6 Contras, the 60s. Like, we embellishing the truth? Is that the thing? On Sunday, right? Is that's not that, I mean, it looks like somebody sitting in a bar that Joseph built at the crossroads with a brothel with a couple of booze and with no aspirin for the wine. I mean, what kind of wine was it? What the Centaurian got? Right? He used to get seconds. If it were that, I mean, was it that you were you want? Well, sit down and not to touch the wine and the chips, and the what do you call it? The shekels of silver. Well, I don't listen. You don't listen to your father, Joseph. Where's Joseph? You're probably stealing something. That's why I said, you see how you are? You want to starve to death?